In 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay,
And this was Hito.
and we're here to talk about everything and anything that has to do with wrestling. So it's a week after our last episode, and we didn't really make any type of speculation about Becky versus Tiffany for the NXT Women's Championship, but surprise, surprise, Becky Lynch is finally a Grand Slam champion for WWE by winning the NXT Women's Championship after, 6, 7 years with the company. I mean, congratulations to the champ itself. On Monday Night Raw, on her promotion, she said her job is to elevate it, to bring it up into a higher view and defend it like no one else defended before. Lucita, with that information, with what you've seen, witnessed, and the hype behind NXT Bex, which is her new t-shirt. What's your thoughts?
I think it's good. I think it's going to be the same thing I feel like the Dolph Ziggler did for Braun Breaker, kind of like elevate his, kind of at least put him in another level. I think she should be doing that with Stephanie Stratton. I feel like Stephanie losing the title, there was nobody at the roster right now that could have taken it from her. Yes, there's people like Perez and other people, but I feel they're currently in storylines that doesn't connect to the championship. But Tiffany going against Becky eventually, I feel like kind of part two, it should be good for Tiffany if she's able to be the same thing as Braun Breaker. But I think it's good, and I feel like it brings more eyes to NXT. That's what they're trying to do, bring people from the main roster onto NXT to kind of bring more ratings, and it helps for the ratings too, especially with the new. And Becky didn't have nothing to do at the moment because she finished the storyline with Trish. Zoe Starks is in a tag team, so there's nothing for her to do. She's not contending for a title. She's not in a tag team. She's doing literally nothing. Why not do that and help out a roster, a roster that needs kind of like a superstar down there and hopefully develop a new superstar to beat her.
I mean, like, she's definitely in the same conversation as Bayley, who was the first Grand Slam champion, Asuka, Charlotte. I think, did Sasha Banks did it?
I think she won the NXT championship.
She won. Did she?
I think she's the only one out of everybody from that group that hasn't won the NXT championship.
I thought she had that match with Bayley for the belt. You know what I'm saying?
I think they both like.
Oh, it was just an Iron Women match. Comment down below if you think Sasha ever had the belt. I feel like she did, but yeah, Becky basically is in that conversation. Also, I think Bianca, once she wins the women's tag team, Bianca will be in that conversation to be. But yes, Becky's in that conversation. Helping out the NXT women division, it's going to be a very interesting task. I think for me, Becky's biggest challenge will be building up Eva Raine. And yeah, most people could say this is like a wild prediction, bold prediction coming from me. But the reason why I said Eva Raine is because if anyone of a superstar level can elevate a newbie that's fresh, is Becky. You know what I'm saying?
Just Sasha Banks had it back in 2015.
Okay, so she's in the same conversation with everybody else, except the Money in the Bank, which is kind of funny because her name is Sasha Banks. But I digress. Eva Raine needs a push once she finish her storyline with the why I'm forgetting. Her name is Ivory.
Ivory Nile?
The Diamond.
Ivory Nile?
Yes. Yeah. But the group.
Diamond
Mine. Yeah. It just clicked in. Yeah. But after she finished that storyline, I think Eva Raine, Becky Lynch could be something that could push Eva Raine finally to like be like Dominique Mysterio.
Okay.
Be able to like show the world what they could do what they have to do, see if they could beat Becky for the belt. If not, once the 1 year is expired, then go to Raw or SmackDown where they could finally like shine like, her father. Because I think to me, the bigger picture is like, how do we push Ava Raine versus everybody else? Because Tiffany's fine what she done so far. 2 thumbs up. Roxanne Perez, that girl's a pro. Like on Raw, she did what she had to do. Unfortunately, she got the L, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like her working with Lola, her match with Lola Vice tonight, since we record on Tuesday, it's going to help Lola out. Roxanne is definitely the person to do it. Coda is already, she's a professional on this business. I don't know about these twins, but if anyone that really needs superstardom power is Eva Raine. That's why I believe Becky is in NXT. It's try to push her to the furthest distance as far as she can, so that way she could start to run within her career.
Yeah, I think Eva Raine needs a little more time in ring. You could still tell that she's a little newish.
She is.
Also, the people that she's facing, they're also new. So you have 2 new people in the ring. Like, it's a little not hard to watch, but you could tell that they both haven't synced up or worked with each other in a while. So, yes, I see Eva Raine eventually getting up there, but I feel like it's not the time yet. But I could see her.
1 year. I'm giving it 1 year.
But I currently right now, I feel like the big picture for me is either Tiffany Stratton kind of rematch or something going on.
Of course.
And maybe Becky doing her rounds through all the 3 brands, how she did in Raw. She came and kind of did her promo, and Natalia showed up. And then possibly, I hope they'll incorporate NXT for Survivor Series. Because I wouldn't mind seeing for champion versus champion versus champion, how currently it is, Rhea Ripley versus Io versus Becky wouldn't be a bad match to watch in a triple threat.
No,
because it'd be balanced. So you have a high flyer, you have basically a muscle, and you have somebody more technical. So it's balanced.
It's well balanced, but we don't know if TKO, which is I think it's what they call themselves for the Wall Street.
Those are the holding company.
Well, Endeavor is the parent company, but TKO is like what they're calling UFC and WWE together. Yeah. TKO. I'm just curious to know the direction, what they would like to see for Survivor Series, because that's a big one. You know what I'm saying? It's not No Mercy. It's not Payback and Fastlane. It's none of those little like minor pay-per-view. This is a major player one. This is one that it brings everybody in. And we don't know if NXT have a seat on the table for them to be partaking, because Carmelo versus Roman versus Seth Rollins, still looking like a good match.
Correct.
Dominique, Gunther, and
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, soon to be Santo Escobar. That's not a bad match. The tag team, currently we have the Judgment Day versus the what they're called?
Gallus, probably. I think they still have the title.
Gallus?
I think.
No, I thought it was D'Angelo and.
Sorry, yeah, it's Stacks and Gallus. Yeah,
like. But
that's not a bad match either.
That it wouldn't, but it on paper it looked ideal. But the question is, are they willing to pull the trigger on that type of process? So that's something we have to wait. NXT still, to me, is recovering from their NXT 2.0 era, personally.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Braun and Braun Baker and Baron Corbin are going to do tonight, for that match off. I think Eagleoff versus Carmelo is going to be a match. And
tonight, I think tonight it's Lola, Dominic. I think it's Dominic and
Carmelo. Oh,
it's a non-title match, but it's basically champion versus champion. And you have, I think it's
Lola and Perez.
Yeah, Lola and Perez, and you have Tyler Bate versus Butch.
Oh yeah, kind
of like a rivalry
for the cups. Yeah. There's 2 cup match. Yeah, you're right. So a lot of good things happening for NXT. So along with NXT, I still consider as a rumor. Nothing is finalized, and if you see a picture of Jade with short hair wearing a WWE Performance shirt, that's a photo that was taken back in 2019. Like, that's not the Jade of today. That was the Jade of yesterday. So rumor is it that she should be in Orlando later this week and we'll see if she's going to be part of the NXT universe or the WWE universe. I don't know how I feel about Jade being in WWE because, like, I feel like, yes, she'll be a mouthpiece. Yes, there's a lot of cool stable group that she could be part of. We could see Bad 2.0. We could see her being part of the Hurt Business. But for me, personally, Jade can benefit more with AEW / Ring of Honor. And the reason I say that is because that women divisions need a Jade. They need a power star. They need someone who could try to be the talker, be the, money maker, the face of Ring of Honor / AEW. I feel like she should have gotten her match with Athena and take the belt because Jade is the kryptonite for Athena.
Yeah.
It's like, if she needs a belt, give her the Ring of Honor belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, the AEW is in his own little pause with Saraya, but Ring of Honor needs a new face. Why not Jade?
Yeah, I don't know. Jade has a look. She could talk. I'm not sold on the in-ring stuff yet. From what I've seen, which is fine. Whatever. If you could talk, people have done it with no, like, in-ring, kind of entry-level in-ring, and they could talk and they could get away with stuff. I think it would be a good opportunity for Jade if it's finalized or they end up doing the deal with WWE.
Yes.
I think it'd be good for her because it's, I guess, not a bigger market, but it's like a bigger market overall. And she was very marketable in AEW. So WWE got to see what they did with her, marketing and kind of being the person of the division, like kind of like the flag bearer of that division. But if you bring it to WWE, like you mentioned, basically team battle, whatever, you could have her and Bianca Belair. You could have her kind of like a powerhouse team, like her and Nia Jax. Nobody's gonna beat them. But something like could they both two independent, like two strong women together? You could have her take over the division.
Rhea and Raquel will definitely beat that team.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But then you could have kind of like how we have that both meaty men. You could have two big beautiful women, like you know what I'm saying? Like
no, I hear you. No,
that'd be great.
Especially women of color. I love it. But
then you have them like I feel like there's more, and also dependent creative because it's creative, but she's done it by herself, quote unquote, in AEW. So now there's guidance of people with experience. You have a Paul Heyman, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, every kind of backing her up, and there's more kind of like creative hands in the back that they could take somebody like that and they could go to the Goldberg side and literally she could start over and like be undefeated again, or she could do other stuff. And I feel like
Asuka already did the undefeated.
Yes, but not as you have somebody like Jade that's like kind of the powerhouse. Asuka is Asuka, but
Asuka was a powerhouse. Asuka only lost
for me,
to
it's just
Charlotte
like I gotta see what she does because hopefully the time that she was off, she was doing training and improving her in-ring skill, which was kind of like her weaker side, which is great because that's the easiest thing to train rather than train somebody in the mic.
I don't because the stuff that what we see in wrestlers when it comes to the mic stuff is either you got the gift or you could pick it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's able to do that.
True.
Jade is able to pick it up and she's good with it. Like she's witty at time. And I respect her in that aspect. But her fandom, her power, being in a big company like TKO, you know what I'm saying? Endeavors. I feel like it's not going to translate well. Sure, I do like that idea of a powerhouse tag team of her with Bianca or Nia Jax and running the women tag team, or having her own women single title career.
Because imagine just picture this. Imagine in February, she's numbered either 23 is the most won in Royal Rumble, her being number 23 or number 30 at Royal Rumble. Like it's gonna be like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Her showing up, it's going to be crazy.
Well, one, we don't know how well the WWE universe know about her. And two is, again, I just don't feel like it's going to translate well. Like, honestly, I like the idea. If it happened, it happens. But I feel like she'll benefit more. She'll could help out better companies. Like, let's say it's not AEW or Ring of Honor. She could go to Impact and work with Trinity. win the knockout champion,
even
or take the belt.
Either that or NWA or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm liking Impact more
Yeah.
because, like, with Trinity definitely needs someone else of color to help her out. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you definitely have Jordan and Peraza,
those are like the main
Trinity.
people, yeah.
Those are the big three. You put Jade in the mix, then you're gonna start cooking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if Casey and Jessica McKay are, you know, recovering after, you know, from everything, and they decide to come to Impact, that's more options too. You know, I feel like Jade should help, like, the underdogs. But again, it's like NBA reference, you know what I'm saying? Building a super team. Jade being in TKO will be like a super team for her career.
And also, like, financially, I'm assuming it's a better deal. You know, I'm just
To
thinking
sit down
it's more
on the shelf, you sure it is a better deal.
than AEW, which is, she was fine, but it's, you know, Tony Khan got financial backing as well. But I feel like that there might be more opportunities overall with, you know, WWE, TKO, Disney, ESPN overall than. Because remember, she used to be an athlete before. She used to play basketball and stuff, so she could kind of do the kind of Big E situation. You know how Big E did the football in Iowa State and stuff?
Well,
so you could have her, because she was a
she's
professional.
injured. Yeah, but he's injured, and he actually put in the work in the ring. I'm just afraid that she's going to be lost in the crowd. Chelsea Green is a good example. Chelsea Green was a powerhouse in the Indies and in Impact. You know what I'm saying? Once she got back to WWE, it's not translating her as her being one of the best technical wrestlers. It's just showing her that she's just like, you know, she has comedy, she has charisma and personality, which is great. It's great for TV. I'm not taking that away, but it's like, if I had Chelsea Green in my corner or in my roster, I'm putting her to, like, have, like, good matches, be a hell of a heel, do some crazy promo of her being like the baddest girl in my company, then having her being like the crazy Karen, be like, oh, manager, I need the man. No, like, and that's why I don't want that for Jade. Jade is too valuable. She's just a very important piece for her to be, like, put in the shelf. I want her to be utilized and uplifted, and, like, if she gets a similar treatment like Bianca Belair, I won't be mad at that. But if she doesn't, then it's like, damn, that's a waste. That's, to me, it's just a waste. So, another person who's be creating wasteland is a woman by Nia Jax. This woman was facing over, 6-8 competitors last Monday night, and she won that match for the #1 contendership, right, for the Women World's Championship belt, which is Rhea. What's your thoughts so far now that she had one of her first official matches?
I like that I don't know if you noticed, but yesterday, Monday, you didn't see Rhea Ripley with Judgment Day. So I like that I don't know if it could be, you know, injury or not, whatever, but I like that they're playing into basically her being hurt from the week prior by Nia Jax. So I feel I like that they're keeping the story as real as possible. But yeah, right. Nia Jax, I like that she came back. They needed the division needed somebody like that. Because Raquel could have been it, but I feel like she needs that, like, extra maybe not an extra obstacle, but she needed that something else. Because she tried a couple of times, and, you know, she got quote unquote injured, and it's too much of a baby face, and Rhea was hot. And it's like, you're not gonna put out that fire of Judgment Day and Rhea Ripley for somebody like Raquel, which is great, but it's like, not yet. I feel like maybe when we see the breakup of Judgment Day or something, internal turmoil, then maybe throw Raquel back in there. But bringing Nia Jax, it's good because she could kind of neutralize Rhea Ripley, and it was needed because we've seen the Charlotte and Rhea so many times. I've seen Asuka, so I feel like her coming in and Rhea being kind of the strongest person in that division overall, powerhouse. Now you have somebody that she has to face that kind of find a way to manage that situation.
I mean, like, I agree that it's great to have a new face. I'm still worried about her wrestling skills in the ring. That's my only concern. Said it before, I'll say it again. The woman is a hazard. And by that is like her strength is a little bit above normal. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like at times she just doesn't know how strong she is until someone is get hurt. And it's like, I rather to prevent that than to see it be like, oh yeah, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like a CM Punk Ryback situation. You want to hear the spot where CM Punk was supposed to be tossed out the stage by Ryback towards the table, but Ryback missed and it hit like certain stage equipment. And CM Punk like told him in the back, be like, dude, are you stupid, or was it like you really was trying to like hurt me? And he was like, nah, I'm just stupid. Like, and that's what something I don't want that to be pegged on Nia Jax. I want her to have a fun career. I want everybody to be safe, and I'm hoping that safety is above everything else for her to have one of the best career or comeback of the year. If she could do that by the end of 2023, 2 thumbs up. But if it doesn't happen, man, I'm just gonna be like,
and it's tough because also everybody that you faced before are like half her size. So like, how can you like control not your power, but it's not your fault that they're 5 foot tall, 120 pounds. Like just toss them.
It's nothing against Nia Jax. It's just like when you're in the zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like football. Like Ray Lewis was a freaking monster as a safety, my guy. Like, have you saw the video of Chad Ochocinco tried to tackle Ray Lewis and he fell and Ray continued to play, and then Chad on the sideline be like, "Yo, I tried to tackle Ray Lewis, and I got hurt." Like I try to that's what Nia Jax is to me. She's a Ray Lewis who is dominant, well known, well recognized, very empowered, but it's like you try to do a side tackle, bro. You better aim for the legs. That's all I gotta say. Aim for the legs. So her with Nia, with Jade, like I said, that would be a dope dream team. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna front.
And they like, and Jade can't. No, I'm saying like can abuse her like she did with the baddies because it's like she literally go handle herself. So it's like it wouldn't be too bad of a team between them two. But we'll see. I hope whatever decision Jade makes, if it's AEW, Impact, or WWE, she'll be fine.
I know she'll be fine, but we'll see how much more things are gonna build up for them. With WWE, we're still in this lane. One of the biggest conversation is about TV network. Now, if I understood correctly, Fox Sports contract is soon to expire, and we have different individuals. We have Amazon, we got Disney, we got other, network who may be interested in acquiring SmackDown Live. Now, a quick sidebar. This would never happen without Shane McMahon direction and creativity back in 2016. Because if you think about it, 2016 was one of the best years for SmackDown under Shane McMahon. All right, so let's get that clear. That's number one. So, and he's shut out of everything too, like unfortunately. But I just want to say that out. Shane McMahon did a hell of a job 2016 with SmackDown. Now, SmackDown is the A show. SmackDown, 7 years later, it's the A show. It got the Fox Sports, it got the Roman Reigns, it got the New Day. All the A-lister stars are in SmackDown. And SmackDown could be looking at Peacock, Disney Plus, Amazon, and others. If you, or NBC, which is Peacock, if you was WWE / TKO, where would you like to bring your show to, your product to, and why?
I will say probably Disney. But everybody thinks, oh, Disney PG. No, they already have a working relation with ESPN. So you could kind of cross brand, that's kind of what they're doing. Basically, you have like Pat McAfee and The Rock. You know, you have things with sports related, so they could go on that side of their portfolio of Disney going over. The thing is, when would it be like live? I don't know if they're gonna keep it, you know, either Tuesday or Friday or whatever. It's basically that's whatever Disney or whoever bids into it. I think Amazon will be a good thing, but I think it's extra stuff for us, the consumer. Yes, if you have Amazon, great, because it probably include Amazon Prime and stuff. But like most of us, I would say either got Disney or ESPN or some type of ESPN bracket that they could go. And Disney also owns FX, so I feel it's a good way for SmackDown to go fit into the FX channel rather than the ESPN side. So they already have like kind of like a network and to be slotted into, so it'd be easier for them. And I don't think we have to worry too much about the rating. I think they'd probably be like TV 14 or something. I don't think they're gonna go Attitude Era per se, but they, you know, them
If they could, they would.
probably be a TV 14 situation. But I think Disney would be kind of like the best bet in overall.
I mean, WWE is in Raw, and they don't do any extreme matches anymore. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's much about like the ratings. Is more of their audience,
Yeah.
and I think their biggest audience is from like the age group of like 6 to 16.
Yeah.
I think that's where.
But that's like that's basically like you have the kids and you have the parents of the kids. You don't have too many from like teenager. To my understanding, from let's say I don't know 14 to 21, it's not that much. But you have people from I don't know 27 to 40, kind of the parents of the kids. So it's like you have the two demographics, not too much of the middle.
Right,
so I feel like you could, if it was involving Disney, they could do more marketing and kind of have the toys line and everything, and also kind of like feed into some of their other lines like ESPN for the adults or Disney Plus, and kind of like have multiple, I guess, earning streams from kind of one show.
Well, I mean, if I would do Peacock, and the reason I would do Peacock,
And sorry to interrupt, but also Disney, for example, like with the movies, you have Sasha Banks, Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? You could incorporate them into the movies and stuff. It's I know there's a separate like things, but you could have people from WWE.
sadly, she doesn't go by Sasha Banks, so it doesn't
Yes,
matter.
but when she was there, she was involved in movies with Disney, so they could have people.
Yeah, but she did as Mercedes. She didn't do it.
Correct. But,
well, not Mercedes. Her real name was,
Yeah.
that started with the letter V, not Mercedes Monet. Her wrestling name. But I mean, if you would have said Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins is supposed to be part of the new Captain American movie, like as one of the cast once the strike is over, which is hopefully soon. Because golly, I don't know what's going to happen for 2024. But I said Peacock. And the reason I say Peacock is because you already have a contract deal for your pay-per-view, right? It will be dope. It will be super, super dope. You will have the flexibility to pick the day of choice because it's streaming. It's streaming. You choose the event, the day of choice, the time that you want to do it. It could be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever. And you'd be able to have more control with Peacock and be able to still do your stuff because you already have the network, you have your pay-per-view or what they call it, live event already there. I would just put all my eggs in one basket in this case. And also being part of TKO, now you could bring part of UFC events to Peacock where you just pay additional dollars for the main event show, or keep it with ESPN Plus, however you want, whatever rocks your boat. But I feel like that is the move, is Peacock. Amazon Prime would be nice because
we've seen, I think last week, 2 weeks
NFL
ago,
too.
You had Bezos and Triple H, and I think New York Fashion Week when was it Maxine? She was modeling, whatever was on the models, but that's how kind of business get done now in the office. Nothing they do, crazy events. They just chit chat and they strike deals. So that's why everybody's speculating maybe Amazon because you had Bezos and Triple H is the guy to handle business.
He handled business, but I don't know how much power he has with.
True, but I feel like he could. I feel like Bezos would be less on guard with him than if it was with Vince or you know what I'm saying? Like it's more like two rich people talking, and it's like whatever. Let's enjoy this.
I mean,
But
we're talking about money. Vince
Yeah.
is currently way richer than Triple H.
true, but
If it was Amazon, the good thing about Amazon is like everybody has, majority of the world have Amazon Prime due to Thursday Night Football,
correct.
due to The Boys, due to other shows that's on Prime only. So, and people also have Amazon Prime for the shipping. So, why not take advantage of that? You know what I'm saying? So, it would be cool, but I don't think they have a lead with that. Again, I like Disney. If it's Disney ESPN, that could work. You know what I'm saying? You could even create a whole freaking channel for wrestling, for OVK, for wrestling and or fighting shows. Like Monday is boxing, Tuesday is Muay Thai, Thursday is kickboxing, Friday UFC, Friday night SmackDown, or college wrestling, amateur wrestling night, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could create a whole lane for that particular era of sport for them to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what freaking happens. Now, I did found someone. Oh shoot, the PWI500, right? I have a list of the top 10 of the, and I think you might know it too.
I've seen most of them. Yeah.
Most of it. Okay. So, number 10, they have Cody Rhodes. Number 9, Josh Alexander. Number 8, Orange Cassidy. Number 7, Kazuka Okada. Number 6, MJF. Number 5, Hijo de Vaquino. 4, Gunther. 3, John Moxley. 2, Roman Reigns. And number 1 is Seth freaking Rollins. With these top 10, how do you feel about it? Do you agree with it? Disagree with it? Would you change? Move pieces around?
I think I'm not mad about the top 10. I feel like those are the most recognizable names, the people that have been on TV the most often, and majority of them title holders. Seth over Roman, fine, because I feel like Seth's been on TV with more frequency than Roman.
Yes.
Overall, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Roman, yes, he has his story, but
when you're saying TV, are you saying it like in the ring having matches, or
all the above? So Seth has been more on TV than Roman.
I mean,
Roman at one point was literally just doing the Friday before pay-per-view, do his promo, do his thing, sign the pay-per-view. That's it. Like, he wasn't, like, not a workhorse person, but Seth has been kind of like the spearhead of the division for Raw.
So what we're saying is, out of Seth and Rollins, Seth just had more ring matches than Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns had a hell of a story, especially with Sami Zayn, the breakup of the bloodline.
Correct. But for example, if you think about the past, like, I don't know, 3-4 months, the last quarter, there's been more Seth on TV, pay-per-views and everything, like matches, promos and everything, than Roman Reigns.
You see, right there is like, if we're doing quarter 1 and 2, which is 6 months, belongs to Roman Reigns.
Correct. But I think they've done this, like, not.
And he's also coming back for October, so that means he might be taking over quarter 4.
So but I think when this list was done, I think it was like, not quarter 3, but like as of most recent. Moxley 3, fine.
Yeah, Moxley put in work.
Gunther has been, he broke
the record.
He's broke the record, he's doing the thing. The thing 5 and 6 I would have switched. Just kind of like, I think 5 it's Hijo de Vikingo, it's 6 MJF. I feel like MJF could be 5. Like, MJF should be either 4 or 5. But for me, it's like Gunther's fine because he accomplished like
a record.
He basically elevated that IC title because that's kind of was also a shot for Paul White.
Yes.
So he elevated that title.
Yes, he did.
Hijo de Vikingo doing this thing, but I feel like MJF, it's been more in the public eye, more open.
See, I'm with you on MJF being number 4. or 3. To be honest with you, over Moxley, I have no problem with. Moxley, I love him for sure. I enjoy seeing Moxley work, but when it comes to like champion careers for 2023, I would give it to MJF over Moxley, especially with what he's been doing for the past couple of months. I would definitely put Gunther number 5, and then I put Vakino. I think he'll be like bottom 2 on the top 10. He'll be right below Cody or Josh Alexander, because yes, he is the AAA heavyweight champion for that company, but Okada was champions too, and he's not even on the top 5 either. You know, I don't consider
But
him
Orange
top
Cassidy,
5.
like, the top 10 is not so bad because Cody wrapping up the top 10, which is fine. Josh Alexander, he's basically the impact guy. Orange Cassidy was basically AEW's, like, he was the most defending
working
champion.
horse, bro.
So I feel like the top 10 is fine, but I'm not mad at Seth being number 1.
No, me neither.
As of when this was written or issued, basically this is, you see, the evaluation period is from July 1st, 2022 to July 1st, 2023.
Yeah, is definitely was Okada year. In that range, Okada was killing it in New Japan. Hijo de Aquino definitely started to show up more in the scenes, especially like in the house shows and everything with the belt. Seth Rollins' biggest matchup was Cody. He had that match with Cody in the Hell in a Cell before Cody got hurt.
Yep, then he has currently the one Shinsuke and
Shinsuke. That's when he won the championship.
Yeah.
But like Cody got injured. When he turned that peg, that was one of the best match in WWE career history. So after that, Seth started to work with who? Fuck. I know he was playing mind game with Roman Reigns. They had a thing. After Roman, who was Seth's biggest opponent?
probably Shinsuke's probably the only one because everything he tried a little bit with Dom. Had a couple
He worked with Dom. The boot thing was with Dom as well when he started wearing the big red boots.
Yep. The same thing with. Same thing with what's his name but Roman, you literally had basically he only had like 5 people he faced.
MJF won the fucking
double champion basically.
Wait, no, but he won the AEW championship last year.
Yes.
So he's a year plus right now, right? Like a year and change. You see right there, I would have put MJF like number 1. I would put MJF number 1 because if we're talking about July to July, Okada, MJF, Hijo de Aquino are definitely, and Orange Cassidy to me are did more in-ring and impactful for their company than Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Personally, that's just my personal thought. Because if that's what it's based on, I would like if you think about like the work that they put in. Like Aquino definitely had a lot of highlight reel. Orange Cassidy did crazy stunt, man. Till this day, I think that Royal Rumble match for his belt and him retaining is like one of the stupidest, craziest, fun match I've seen for his career. MJF, the devil, like I think it was very slow roasted, but like the finishing cook, man, the finish.
I'm checking here. So Seth Rollins last year was ranked number 17. Roman Reigns was number 1, and now he's number 2. Moxley was 12. Now he's number 3. Gunther, the big difference from what year makes, Gunther used to be ranked number 91. Right, number 4. The one that kind of changed a lot was sort of Okada was number 2 last year.
Yeah.
So it used to be Roman, then Okada.
So
now he went down to 7. So Cody was 6, now he went to 10. So there's a couple of people that like Bryan Danielson was 7, Bobby Lashley was number 5, now he's 19. So I feel like a lot of things change.
Bobby Lashley had a belt?
from basically 2021 to 2022.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. He had the belt.
Yeah.
That's Hurt Business
Yeah.
because Big E beat
Yeah.
him, and then unfortunately Big E career ended quickly. Well, like Brock Lesnar basically.
Yeah.
That's
but
what happened.
but I'm not mad at the list. I feel like they put basically the Shield is gonna run the list no matter what.
The Shield, no, but here's the thing, right? The Shield could run the list.
Mm-hmm.
They could be in the top 10.
No.
I don't think they're the top 3.
Because Mox is like the guy for AEW. Like anything you need him to do right now, he's the international champion.
Yeah, give him a
And
4.
you know what I'm saying? Like he's done.
Give him a 2-pick. He'll
Yeah.
make you bleed with that. I get that.
Yeah.
But when I'm talking about like those who gave impactful moment, because like John Moxley, majority of his matches start to get a little bit stale. You know what I'm saying? Very like repetitive, and you know that. Seth Rollins, after Cody Rhodes, it took him a while for him to have a build up towards like after the Rumble, WrestleMania, I'm going to say. That's when Seth Rollins really started to pop off. Roman, I could see him being top 3. Like, I could definitely see him be in either 2 or 3. But, like, MJF, Okada, I feel like they should have stayed on top 2. You know what I'm saying? 1 and 2,
Yeah.
in any order. You put Orange Cassidy, Okada or Orange Cassidy, 1 and 2. Roman Reigns 3. Orange Cassidy or Gunther. Because Gunther, what he did was freaking amazing. Breaking the record. But it's in July, so we didn't know if he was going to lose the belt or not by then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you do the Seth Rollins, Moxley, and Cody, and Josh Alexander. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would have done the list.
But yeah, no, for me, I'm fine with the list. For me, it's just I would say MJF a little bit higher, either 5 or 4, which is fine.
I say
But everybody
2.
else, I feel they fit in the top 10, which is fine.
Where did Claudio fall in as being
12.
champ? He's 12?
Yep.
What's 11?
Sonata.
Oh, the current New Japan heavyweight champ. And who else is Carmelo made the list?
Carmelo Hayes is after Claudio, so 13.
13. Makes sense.
Samoa Joe's 14.
Yep, he's champ.
Then, let's see, Ospreay 17. 16 is Bryan Danielson. So you have a lot of like top tier people, but like basically on the top 20, 25. You have Ospreay 17, Bobby Lashley 19, Trey Miguel 20, Kevin Owens 21, Sami Zayn 22, Jericho's 24, Kenny Omega's 25,
Wow.
Drew McIntyre 26.
I mean, Kenny did have a slow year.
So
Yeah, Kenny did have a slow year because after...
Jay White's 32, Zack Sabre Jr.'s 36. So this is where it gets like a little, I would put people higher, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like Solo's 38. Matter of fact, Braun Breaker's higher than Solo. Just saying. What other crazy that... I know he hasn't, he's been on TV, he hasn't done nothing crazy, but Darby's 49. 50's Edge, 51 Sammy. So it's like...
Gargano?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't get it.
Yeah. So...
I'm not too crazy much about what's going on in AEW at the moment because it's still not too clear of like what's the direction for the heavyweight belt. There's not a clear direction of what's going to be next for like he's having his match with Samoa Joe this upcoming Dynamite, but after that it's just like,
I wish that this person that created this list had like not a criteria, but like I wish they explain why. Probably in their magazine probably explain why they did it. But like, for example, like you have Wesley 66, right? I'm just going through like a random thing. Like Wesley 66, but you have Pentagon Jr. 72. Why? Same thing with, let's see, I don't know.
Wesley?
Wesley 60.
North American? The one that lost to Dom?
66.
Damn, he had a hell of a run though.
Well, Pentagon Jr. is 72. So Pentagon Jr. has been in every tag team division. He won the Ring of Honor. He was basically like he's...
But for a short period of time. Compared to Wesley had a longer range than Pentagon Jr.
You have Rey Mysterio. I like Rey Mysterio, but you have Rey Mysterio higher than Finn Balor. Why?
I mean, Finn didn't have a
You have
belt.
Edge higher than Finn Balor. Like, some of the
Edge
stuff.
is a legend. It was one of his final
Like-
moments. Finn Balor was not popping in the month of July through July.
The solo and Braun Breaker, I'm
Like, name a match from Finn Balor that you could think of that is memorable for you with Judgment Day before winning the tag team belt.
probably when he was facing Seth Rollins. That's another person that Seth Rollins was facing for the title. It was Finn Balor.
But was that within the
With
month of
Judgment
July?
Day. Yeah. I
Because,
think
like,
with Judgment Day, yeah.
Because remember, the list is from July to July, so that match could have been in August, so it wouldn't count for
True.
Finn Balor's favorism, you know?
Yeah. But overall, like, it's not, I feel like top 10's fine after, when it gets a little crazy, after the 20, it's just like, okay, this is just throwing people here just to throw people. But, you know, at least they're in the top, 500. And I will see who's best or relevant. It's Andre Chase.
Who?
Andre Chase from Chase U.
Oh,
That's like, how football you have Mr. Relevant, so that's, yeah.
maybe he'll have a hell of a year, but we don't know, guys. We are excited to see what's happening in the wrestling universe. I'm mostly excited for Impact and Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, we're going to have Eddie Kingston versus Claudio. Hopefully, is that part of the Grand Slam?
That's on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's for the Grand Slam. But for Ring of Honor, I mean, that's a hell of a match for them. Hopefully, we see a new face. If not, it is what it is.
Do you think Claudio's going to win the other title, or it's going to be Eddie Kingston? It's in New York. I think it's Arthur Ashe Stadium, so yeah.
I made a comment last week about it's time for a new face.
Yeah.
We need a new face for the belt. Claudio, hey, great job for what you have done, but I don't feel like you really have like fully took advantage of it. You've been more in the cocktail of the BCC stuff and being like the
He's been
enforcer.
like the wingman, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you're literally, you were the first champion of the group. Like, you should have, because I think
I thought Moxley had the belt.
he lost that the one when he joined, but you had Yura and him, and I'm like, he was kind of like the main guy. Like, matter of fact, all right, let me rephrase that. He's the champion that hasn't lost it yet. Because everybody, Moxley had the championship for a little bit. He was now the international now. Yura hadn't lost it. He's the constant champion of the group. So it's like, I feel like he should have capitalized or done greater things. But he's a stable champion for Ring of Honor, especially them being like reinstated and kind of rebooted.
So with Eddie Kingston, you're gonna get more talk. You're gonna get more like promos from him, which is what I would like to see from Jade, translated to whichever company she goes to.
And also, Eddie Kingston, he gives people chances that are either new folks or even people from New Japan. So he paid respect to the people that came before him and at least gives them a shot.
I mean, whoever wins is going to be double champion.
Yeah.
I don't care much about Saraya and Tony Storm. That's whatever. The MJF Samoa Joe is going to be a very interesting match. I'm hoping that it looks good on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I think it's going to be more favorable for MJF than Samoa Joe because, I think MJF, hopefully by next year, if everything continues to stay the same or on the course, I think he's going to be number one ranking on the PWI500. I mean, like, I'm just sad that they didn't took that into consideration.
True.
So, there's not a lot of other crazy match to talk about AEW.
I think we're just waiting for basically the paper that's happening. I think No Mercy is September 30th, and basically this. I think next week or a couple of weeks. It's this Wednesday. It's like the Arthur Ashe Stadium situation that's happening. But other Chris, I feel like it's kind of like a little bit of a lull of people getting the merger finishing. You have people being free agents, so they just seeing what happens from there. Then,
best endeavor for everybody who lost their job with WWE. Last Friday, Kevin Kahn had a call, like mad people told him to work from home because there was going to be like, one of the individual who was let go was the wife of the why I'm keep forgetting name, the dude, like they do the Ultimate Warrior, his wife.
okay,
My God,
Yeah.
my mind is slow today. But yeah, she was unfortunately was let go because she was in charge
Yeah.
of the division of
Yeah.
helping out those who are in medical needs, and that's no longer a thing, which kind of sucked. But and I think a tag team from the NXT, they were let go. Eva Rain was talking about it.
It's not Schism. The two guys.
There was two guys. Yeah.
The Grizzled Young Vets.
Grizzly Young Vets.
Yeah.
They were let go, which kind of sucked. I liked them in NXT UK.
Maybe they get a thing in AEW. Who knows?
Impact Wrestling needs more
Yeah.
bodies, and I think this is it. This is the moment. I don't think they should rely on people like legends like Moose and stuff. I think they need other faces in there to like
True.
renovate it. And nothing is wrong with seeing Jordan and Peraza and Trinity in the mix, but I would love to see other faces in that division. Hopefully a Mandy Rose.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. I think she was here last week in Marlboro, TerraCon. She was up there. Yeah.
Shout out to Mandy Rose. But
You know, now it's just a waiting game until the next pay-per-view.
it is a waiting game. I guess I'll promote it now. Live Pro Wrestling, if you're in the Rhode Island area, we'll be having a Halloween match event on October 29th at Revival, where you dress up, wear your costume. Early bird tickets is only $15. On the door is $20. If you guys been to Revival, it's definitely like, check out our TikTok. The vibe is real, the energy is real. You create it, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing else but you and having fun, and yeah, that's something I'm really excited to be looking for, is that live pro wrestling show. And I think WWE will be coming to Providence soon, but I forgot.
It's in December.
Well, I know they're doing the WWE Live at the Garden for the Christmas special is December 28th, from what I saw on SmackDown Live. I don't know when they're going to be in Providence, and I don't know if that's going to be a live show or just
I think that's a SmackDown.
or a TV show.
December 8th.
SmackDown TV?
Yeah.
Okay. December 8th?
December 8th.
We're going to start looking at tickets.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, any other thoughts?
I think everything was kind of up to all caught up. I would say, I know I mentioned it before, but one of my friends, I got somebody a wedding present, and they were hyped about it. It was kind of funny. They tried to put the bell on and it didn't fit. So but he was hyped about it. I'm glad that he enjoyed it. That one, I think the replica of that one, with the Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
I was kind of jealous. I'm like, damn, can I actually just keep and give it the blank one? But I'm glad they enjoyed it. It was a good.
Hey, I mean, that's very kudos of you. And I'm gonna finish it off saying I'm not mad at the people who got the chance to experience The Rock on SmackDown Live, Pat McAfee and John Cena. Kudos for you guys.
You have to think about, kind of side on that one. That's the first SmackDown for the new company. Like, I know it sucked, but it's.
And I'm read between the lines.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
I'm just tight about John Cena because you're from freaking
Boston.
Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? You're from Massachusetts, and you decided to go to India. What? You know what I'm saying? And then you show up to Colorado with The Rock, and it should have been me, okay? I'm not mad at the people who got to experience it.
Kudos. Car subject to change, so.
Oh my God, I was oh man. I mean, CNJ was cool.
Yeah.
Cody was the dark match. That was cool. Charlotte was nice. Asuka, amazing, but it should have been me, though. That's how I'm going to end this. It should have been me. So, when we say go to the live show, if you guys have the chance to spend $30 or $40, $60 for a live show, it's worth it because you never know what happened.
I know.
Especially with the strike, you're most likely, there's a great chance in the near future that we're going to see The Rock and we're gonna see John Cena again until the strike is over.
Yeah. I'm waiting for checking tickets for the Rumble because that's in
Tampa.
and it's not that's a decent flight. It's not.
I don't know because price go up. Oh shit! When is Rumble? Is the 27th? Well, we're going to look that up. We're going to talk about it next week. Please be sure to follow us on your social media app. We're on the social TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as YouTube, Providence Lucha Talk. You can comment, like, subscribe. You let us know what you think of the episode. We appreciate you. Love you. I'm your boy, Jay. We say thank you. Buenas noches and bye.
See ya.